Last several weeks, I've wanted to come up with the words to at least briefly address some of the concerns that have been headline news in our nation. George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and many others have lost their lives to senseless violence at the hands of law enforcement. It's easy to say that not all law enforcement is bad, because they certainly are not. I have family members in law enforcement, very dear friends that are officers. But far too often, we have been, as black men and black women, victimized purely because of the color of our skin. It's devastating as a parent to have to worry about our children outside of the normal things. You know, they get a driver's license, or they go off to college, or they're going on a run. And so we have normal worries, as all parents do. But it's heightened to extreme levels when you have to worry about your children and your friends and family purely because of the color of their skin. And some good friends of mine who are not black or brown were sitting around our table, and they're devastated as well. And they ask the question, why? And they ask the question, what? What can they do? And all I can say is that the why is people are afraid, and people have hatred in their heart for no reasons at times. I'm not a threat to you. I've not done anything to cause you to be afraid of me, other than being born black. So they asked me, what can they do, our good friends? And I said that when people of good conscience remain silent, they are complicit to atrocities and tyranny that happen in our country. And so I said to them very clearly, what you ought to consider is that you have the ability to influence people who are outside of my scope of influence. You have the ability to go through doors that I can't go through. And you have the power to speak to injustice, and the power to speak to so many people that I can't reach. And if you make a decision to speak to injustice, if you make a decision to speak to people that I can't reach, you can make a difference. I am counting on you. We as a nation are counting on you to walk through the doors I can't get through, and to have the conversations with those that will listen to you. And you make them hear you. You make them hear your heart concerning what is wrong. And you make them understand that they cannot continue to live this way, or we won't have a nation. We won't have peace. Each of us has a responsibility to engage others. And when we see things that are not right, we have to open our mouths and speak to that, and lead by example, and show kindness, and show how to live in a perfect union. I don't have all the answers, but I do know that we need each other. And in my profession, I see injustice all the time. And so I have to address it within the courts. And maybe you see injustice on your job, and you have to be able to address it on your job. Or maybe you see it in your school, and you have to address it in your school. We all have a scope of influence. And I want to encourage each one of you to engage your friends and your family and people you just meet in the grocery store, and share your heart. Together we can make a difference. So let's work together. Maybe then we can change the world.